Hey, welcome back everyone. It is now June 2nd of 2020, and ever since the release of Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker, a lot of fans around the world have been very intrigued about the future of the Star Wars franchise by Disney and Lucasfilm. This is Mike Zeroh. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, the thing about Disney Star Wars is that we do know that they are now in a position of damage control. They're really trying their absolute best to really recover from what happened to the sequel trilogy. Obviously, a lot of fans were against The Rise of Skywalker. It's one of the main reasons as to why we saw a big dip in the box office results. Let's not forget that a lot of fans actually didn't even go and see the movie. You know, I'm sure that there are going to be a lot of examples of you out there in the comments that did not see the movie in theaters and either waited to see it on Blu-ray or Disney Plus, or at the very minimum at a friend's house or whatever on their Disney Plus account. You know, there are people out there like that, and that's perfectly fine and okay and all. You know, not everybody really wanted to support what happened with Star Wars after the release of The Last Jedi. So now the position that we are in as the Star Wars community, obviously, is that the community is really looking forward to seeing exactly what Chapek and Iger are planning to do. That's really going to have a massive impact on the prequels, the originals, the sequels, and brand new timelines that are going to be introduced to the Star Wars material, right? So with that being said, of course, one thing in particular that really is a little bit concerning, but at the same exact time quite interesting and exciting, all has to do with these major retcons coming our way for the Prequel Trilogy era. That, of course, consists of Revenge of the Sith, Attack of the Clones, The Phantom Menace. So, currently Bob Chapek is busy developing the new Star Wars universe that will be led by Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni, and even George Lucas, who created Star Wars in order to create a better future for the Star Wars brand moving forward. Now, it's explained that they are all working hard to create a proper new Star Wars universe by developing many new retcons for the prequels, sequels, and even the originals. Now, this plan by Disney is to expand many of the fan-favorite characters within the Star Wars universe to make the franchise evolve, and to also introduce new timelines in the Star Wars franchise. It's also noted that Disney and Lucasfilm have a plan in place in order to restart the Prequel Trilogy era of Star Wars in several ways that will make the fans view the films in a different light. The first step to doing this is by providing major retcons to all three films, where in the current canon, a story that involves the parents of Shmi Skywalker will be established that will play a major role in the character development of a young Anakin Skywalker. Not just that, but also Disney and Lucasfilm have another major retcon to resurrect one of Colin Trevorrow's ideas from his version of Episode 9 by introducing a Sith Lord known as Tor Valum. Now, Tor Valum is said to be the master pulling the strings behind both Palpatine and Plagueis, and played a major role to Anakin's turn to the dark side, that will also be explained in the new canon material that will reset or restart the Prequel Trilogy era and lore on a significant level. Now, many fans may be against this idea, while also many fans may very well support this idea. This decision to include a powerful Sith Lord, even more wise than both Plagueis and Palpatine combined, is described to be Disney's attempt to create a major twist that will reset the Skywalker saga in several ways for the fans around the world. Not just that, but also the concept of the Chosen One will be reset as well, that will introduce the concept that Anakin Skywalker was not the only Chosen One, but however the latest Chosen One in the Star Wars universe during the events of the prequels. Now, this is said to connect to the godlike beings known as the Wills created by George Lucas. The plan by Lucasfilm to do this is to also add more to the lore and to make major changes to the franchise in order to expand the new EU for the better. Now, though many fans believe that the Skywalker saga should not be touched, retcons and changes are also coming over to the sequel trilogy films in the near future that will change how they actually view The Last Jedi and especially The Rise of Skywalker as a film, where this is said to be an idea by Bob Chapek in order to also create new timelines that take place before the Prequel Trilogy era. So let me just say one thing right here, is that a couple of these ideas by Lucasfilm is actually quite interesting, I will say, but some of the others seem like it could very well break the actual rules of Star Wars, right? The one that I'm against, and I will say this, is that I believe that there should only be one and only one chosen one, right? And that, of course, is Anakin Skywalker. I think that the addition of other chosen ones, quote-unquote, being added to the new EU, I think really isn't the most wise thing to do. But at the same exact time, you know, it is Disney. They're trying to add more to the lore. They're trying to get more Force-heavy with this new EU that's starting up next year, mostly in 2021. That's really going to be a big deal. So, to me, I think that's the only one out of all of this that really concerns me. You know, the idea of having a bigger, you know, a puppeteer, if you will, or a Sith Master in the background pulling the strings, that's interesting, I will add. Palpatine was always the big bad for a lot of fans out there, but adding an even, I guess you could say, more sinister villain in the background that's more ancient than Plagueis is going to be, I think, very interesting to see exactly how Disney's going to pull that off. So with that being said, guys, you know, drop a comment below. Let me know think about all of this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
Yeah.